The following show features stupid opinions and ideas from two idiot brothers who probably did little research and practiced zero due diligence on the topic at hand. The MLO Bros opinions do not reflect the views of their employer, guests, sponsors, families, neighbors, or pets. If you do not like what they are saying and don't agree with their views or opinions, don't watch the show. We can promise we do not care. Welcome to the worst show on the internet.
Hi.
Hey, morning, everybody.
All right, you want to start off with your commercial you've been practicing?
Yeah, I've
You have pictures? You have
I
pictures?
drank like 7 cups of coffee and watched that part of Wolf of Wall Street where he gives the ad on the phone like 7 times this morning.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready for my ad.
We have a new sponsor. It's a new sponsor, right?
Newest sponsor.
Go ahead.
Newest sponsor. The MLO Bros are brought to you by Botana Candle Company. Botana Candle Company is an online candle store that is changing the way people enjoy candles by offering options that are both eco-friendly and prioritize human health. Their candles are hand-poured with 100% soy wax that grows into the herb or flower of your choice. Luke, stop. The vessel can then be reused to grow your own seeds as they are water safe. Botana candles are 100% soy wax candles, which are a natural, clean-burning alternative to common paraffin wax candles, which are derived from petroleum and can contain carcinogens. Botana Candles says no more to paraffin wax candles, and you should too. Ordering is as easy as visiting their website and following these 3 simple steps. Choose your vessel, choose your fragrance, and choose your seeds. Your made-to-order candle includes a grow kit that contains your seeds, cocoa coir, and directions on how to grow a healthy plant. Your candle is then...
Wait. So you can grow the candles? They have seeds in it, and they grow.
Yes. Your candle is then placed into their custom recyclable shipping boxes and sent to your doorstep. Visit thecandleco.com today to get yours.
So you can grow the candles? Now I want to have these people on the podcast.
Right. I just slammed my finger. My fingernail's gonna fall off.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Dude, how good was that ad? I'm working on it.
I'm
getting better, right? I'm getting better.
Yeah, that was great. That was
okay, thanks.
Okay. So thank you for them sponsoring us. That's awesome. They're going to be posting on our groups. And also, as always, thank you to Valley Insurance Group. If you need insurance, call that number. They're very good at homeowners insurance, very affordable, and insurance prices are crazy. All right. So let's have our friends on. Good morning. Sorry about the advertisement. We're going to try and pay the bills around here.
We're going to have to wait a minute. I have to order my Botana candle.
Yeah, right.
Order your Botana candle.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to order them just to see how it works.
It grows a flower, not a candle. That's why it's botany, flowers.
Yeah,
not
I guess
the candle and a flower grows.
If it's growing a candle, I mean, that would be...
the flower grows out of it, and then you can reuse it.
Yes.
You put like seeds in it and stuff.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't try this now. All right. So introduce yourselves, guys.
I am Amy Zell. This is John Zell, which is Dick Zell on Facebook.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a different name on Facebook.
That guy, it's nice to put a name to or a face to a name, Dick. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, during the pandemic and that, I got labeled as a threat to society by Facebook because I was against their community standards. So she had to make me a new Facebook, and she said I was being a dick, so that's why I got that name.
Oh, I love it.
I get Richard, so it also fits.
I get kicked off of Facebook all the time too. So I get grounded. They put me in the corner all the time.
And it's always because you're attacking me somehow.
Yeah, like why am I not allowed to attack my own brother?
Yeah,
I don't know what community you live in, but it's not the same as the one I live in.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. So tell us a little bit about your guys' organization, Grief and Loss in Motion. So what is it? And, kind of go from there.
Grief and Loss in Motion is our 501c3, so it covers all of the things that we do. We do suicide prevention, suicide postvention, which most people aren't even aware that there is postvention. Postvention is when you're working with someone after a suicide loss. So there are like 135 people affected by every suicide loss. Original study said 6, but studies in, I think, 2019 by Julie Searles said that it's 135 people from suicide affected to suicide long-term bereaved. So we want to make sure, because suicide is one of the only things that happens to you that automatically puts you at risk of dying by it, we want to make sure that doesn't happen.
And when you say dying by it, are we talking about suicide yourself? Or are we talking about like the health issues around it? Like when you say you're more likely to die from it when somebody else does that, like, what do you mean?
So losing someone to suicide is high on the risk factors.
Okay.
So that suicide loss, depending on what that relationship was with the person that you lost, can put you at very high risk of also dying by suicide.
Wow.
If you look at the causes around suicide and how people aren't talking about it and how people don't share their feelings, or people say, yeah, they're just doing that because they want attention. Yeah. And they're ignoring what's being said to them.
Yeah.
Not even seeing signs. Sometimes we don't see the signs until after someone's lost.
And like mental health, I think in our society has such a, like, it's like, I'm depressed. You say I'm depressed. And it seems like a lot of people in society are like, well, suck it up. You know what I mean? Like, suck it up. Be tough. What's wrong with you? Why are you
especially
what would the word be? There's a what's the right word I'm looking for? I don't know, but I get it. Stigma, that's the word. Thank you.
Yeah. And I feel like it's especially present in, Luke, your generation, in older males, where it's like, listen, don't talk about your feelings. You're a big guy. Be a big tough guy, and don't talk about anything.
Have you ever met our dad?
Right, exactly. And that's not what men do. And I say you're more of a man by talking about it. That's what I say. I say if you can get your feelings out there and solve your problem, that's what we do as men, right? We solve problems. Solving the problem is talking about what's going on and trusting your loved ones with what's going on.
There's definitely
you're more of a man for it.
Where you're supposed to be a big tough guy and not talk about anything.
That's bullshit. Excuse me.
I agree with that. Wow.
When I was younger, my dad's thing was, if you're going to cry, I'm going to give you something to cry about. And so he didn't cry because it wasn't the manly thing to do.
Right. Yeah, 100%. 100%. So what are some of the things you guys do in your organization then to help the families and the people affected by suicide?
So our loss team, which is where Trumbull County Loss comes from, is dispatched by the coroner's office to go to the scenes of suicides to provide immediate support.
Wow.
So we're there right after it happens if there are survivors that are in need of support. Sometimes it's a situation where someone has to be taken to the hospital. We don't get called for those. We don't get called if there's not a survivor at the scene, because sometimes that happens as well. It's private. There's nobody there with them. So we provide that support. If we are not called out to the scene, we get the information for the next of kin from the coroner's office, and we call and provide support. We send out a resource packet. We send out a care package for everybody that we interact with, which is new, thanks to funding from the Ohio Suicide Prevention Foundation. They're covering our care packages right now.
That's so cool.
It's awesome.
Great.
We get our books for our support groups from a grant through the Trumbull County Mental Health and Recovery Board. They have an awesome reimbursement grant. So we pay for everything up front on our own. We don't have any staff. We're all volunteer right now. We're working for big enough grants and donations and funding that we can be staffed so I can do it full time. I work 2 jobs so that I can buy those books and then be reimbursed for them.
Wow.
But we give out a Understanding Your Suicide Grief book and journal for each of our support group participants. Our support groups, instead of being drop-in, usually it's a drop-in support group. You go once a month. You share your story. Everybody goes around the room. By the time it's done, it's time to leave. Ours is 10 weeks and is closed after the second week. So the first 2 weeks, you introduce yourself and share your story. It's really hard sometimes for someone who's lost someone to suicide to say their name and to say that they died by suicide. We don't use the word committed anymore because we're working on breaking down that stigma. So we say died by. Because committed sounds like an illegal act, and it comes from long time ago.
Yeah.
So we work on getting rid of that part as well. But the support group, only having to do that introduction twice and then working with the same people for that full 10 weeks as we go through the different touchstones, like 6 needs of mourning, How do you get through your grief journey? What takes you on that process? What's a grief burst? What's the difference between grief and mourning? You really make a connection with the other people involved. And everybody starts to feel like they have a new family of support.
Right.
Because we know when we lose someone to suicide, the people that we expect to be our biggest supports are often the ones that don't know what to say or do. And it's usually someone who's been through it that can really offer us a sacred space to share what we need to share.
That makes
So
sense.
we do those support groups. We do general
go
grief
ahead.
support. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. Go ahead.
Okay. We do general grief support groups. We recognize International Survivor of Suicide Loss Day, which a lot of people don't know that there is one. It's the last Saturday in November before Thanksgiving. So we have a big family dinner. We order cockeye barbecue for that night because we need comfort food. And then we do a program, and we love their food.
Right.
They're awesome. We partner with Thrive 1010, which is an organization that runs a program called Getting Ahead in our Just Getting By world. It's the 16-week program that teaches people how to really work through poverty and really understand where you're at now and where you want to be and how to get there. So to us, that's suicide prevention, because suicide isn't a mental health issue.
Right.
People don't just die by suicide because they have a mental health diagnosis. There are so many reasons people die by suicide, and suicide doesn't discriminate. So we want to make sure we get everyone. So Thrive 1010 is inviting us in to do a grief support group there, as well as a book club for ages 13 and up. So we're hoping to get cross generations, adults and kids talking about characters, because that allows you to open up and talk about yourself when you're talking about something else first. We're located in Triunity LLC, which is the old Mickey Army Navy building in Warren, across from Family Court.
Okay.
So we do a lot of programming with Triunity. They have a float tank. You should come float. Have you ever floated?
I want to try it. I want to try that.
Is that one of the ones
I
where
would
you
pay
like?
for each of you to come in once and try it so that you can talk about it. And then you gotta interview Miss Paulette, because you'll love her.
Is that float tank? Is that the thing where you go in? It's like all dark and you float around.
The Epsom salt sensory tank. Yeah.
Yes.
I heard those are like trippy, is what I heard.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You like,
Really?
it's like
Is it
you have
like
like
the
out of body experiences. Yeah.
Glenn did it.
Yeah, I did it. I left the light on because I wasn't going in the dark. So yeah.
I'll totally. We've talked about like filming us doing that before. So
Right.
like going in and like before and after of us coming out and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
cool.
We got a place for you.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah. He talks about men not crying, but not only does he share his emotions, but he
Scared of
does
the dark.
it on the light.
Scared of the dark.
Scared of the dark.
Triunity also has a nonprofit program called Try You Cares, with a children are stressed program and a promise program. So they're working with individuals who are families who have been affected by incarceration, either now or in the past. So we do a lot of programs with them as well. We have a community maker space here in our building that's for our program, that we were funded by ARP money through Warren City Council, through Councilwoman Ashley. What's Ashley's last name? I love her, but I just went completely blank. Wow.
Yeah,
but she's
yeah.
awesome. We love her. We love her family. Ashley McBride.
Nice.
One of the last things she did when she was still a councilwoman. So we have 3D printers and laser engravers and sublimation printing. So we do maker grief programs, because some men will not come talk about their feelings, and some women will not come talk about their feelings.
Yeah.
But they will talk about their emotions as they're creating something. So we're really trying to hit it from all those perspectives.
Huh.
Do you think they won't talk about it because they feel like alone, or because they don't want to go back to it happening, or they feel like they'll relive it, or because of the trauma? Or why do you think? I'm sure there are many reasons, but why do you think they don't want to talk about it?
I think that a lot of people don't want to talk about their emotion. Like Luke said, that people don't want to talk about it because they tell you to suck it up. You really have to have a safe space to share that kind of loss, or any loss. Think about how many people have a dog that is really like their child to them, and that's their biggest relationship. When that dog passes away and they walk into a grief group and say, my dog died, and someone else lost someone or lost a child,
Right.
we compare, and we shouldn't.
Right.
Grief is the other side of love.
Right.
So however much we love someone, that's how much grief we're going to suffer.
Yeah.
Right. Is
So
there
we have to integrate that grief. We do get pulled back to those moments, and that's very difficult and it's very hard. But we also have to get it out.
Right.
is there a lot? There has to be. Like I've never experienced someone like close to me, like what? How am I not supposed to say
Died by suicide. That has died by suicide.
I'm not going to say that anymore. Say
I will not criticize you if you say committed. I can't do it.
It's like ingrained in your head because that's all
Right.
you've heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's got to be a lot for the people who are left. There has to be a lot of blame, right? Like self blame. Like I could have prevented it. I could have, I could have stopped it. I should have noticed.
If I had just talked to him.
Yeah, there has to be. That has to be so hard for the people.
I'm sure.
Right.
So what I'll share with that is that we don't prescribe any emotions on anyone. We
Okay.
talk about it using the book, so we can say there are all kinds of different kinds of guilt. There's relief guilt. There's survivor guilt. There's blame
Interesting.
like that. But we don't express it onto someone because, like, I lost my son Tyler in 2009 to suicide at the age of 16. And I feel like I did everything I could to prevent that.
Right.
We knew, he talked to us. We had him in counseling. We did the hospital. We did the medicine. We did all the things. And we still lost him.
Wow.
So I don't have that kind of blame, but I have the mom blame. That's my baby.
Yeah.
Right?
Understood. Oh, yeah.
So
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. So
In
we work really
2009?
hard not to do the blame. We really want people to know that whatever emotion they feel is valid.
Yeah.
2009, you said? He was 16?
2009.
He'd be about my age. He'd be 29, right?
He'd be 30.
30.
He'll
Yeah,
be
I'm 30.
Yeah. Wow.
He was 30 June 4th.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just turned 30.
Yeah, and and I have 3 boys, so it's like, you try and get them to talk to you, and the 13-year-old is already starting to get into the stage where, hey, how'd school go? It was okay. It's like, okay, what's going on? Like, you can't drag the info out. You have to almost like force them to talk to you at that age. Like the 9-year-old and the 5-year-old, they won't shut up. It's, they get to that age where they just start kind of blocking things off. You know what I mean?
You want to be independent. You want to be your own person. You want to, want to be you're a big, tough, 16-year-old, like Lucas is 13-year-old. He's already a big, tough guy. Yeah. It's like,
it's already in there, man.
It's so tough.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And Tyler shared all those things with us. So that was so surprising to the coroner at the time that he asked if I should be committed, because I was calm and I was like, no, my baby's at peace. I'm sad. I'm going to cry and I'm not okay.
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't a surprise. And he said, we've never had a family that knew before.
Wow.
So Tyler was the kid who created a library in his classroom in 3rd grade because his teacher didn't have one. So he took all his books to school. In a middle school snack attack program. And when we took the food to the community center in Farrell to give out after they collected the packaged snacks at lunch, he said, I'm never doing that again because no child should ever have to take food from another child. And he's like, Mom, you have to take it next time. I'm not going. So that was the kind of kid that he was.
If you don't mind me asking, did he, like, you said he shared with you his thoughts of what was going on? Like, do you mind sharing, just for if people are watching at home and are dealing with something similar, what he was saying or how he was communicating with you, what was going on?
So our first indication was he was the kind of kid who would walk into a room and say hello to everyone and went with his head up and his eyes forward and noticing everyone. And then he started walking around with his shoulders bent over and his head down and would go over to the side of a room. And like, you saw his personality changed, you saw it. It came out physically. So if you watch for signs like that, where you see someone's personality change or they start doing something different. So it started here, and we started those conversations with him because of it. And he shared that he didn't like our world the way that it was, and he didn't know that he was going to be able to change it. And that was a big thing for him. And then it moved from that into he didn't feel anything. He said he knew he loved us. He knew that we loved him, but he couldn't feel it. He didn't feel anger. He didn't feel pain. He didn't feel joy. 16 and didn't feel pleasure in anything. Not going to say more about that, but if they share that with you, that's a conversation.
Right.
Not when you're supposed to have with your child, but so he was very open with us. Like, we had a very good relationship.
And you're not supposed to say, like, so you're not supposed to say medically there's anything you can try to do. Like, is that what you said? Or
Oh no, I said we did
They
everything.
did, Isaac. They said they did
Yeah,
all
we,
that.
we tried medicine, we tried therapy, we tried putting him in the hospital, all the things, all the
Wow.
things.
man,
And we
and
still
then,
couldn't save him.
like
So
you
what we tell people when we do prevention is there's 7 minutes from the time that someone decides that that's what they're going to do and the act that they carry it out. And we want to stop that 7 minutes for that 7 minutes. And then every 7 minutes we can after that. So we won't go in a room and tell you that all suicide is preventable. You will hear that in a lot of suicide prevention programs. We don't do that because we know it's not true.
Yeah.
Not every suicide is preventable. You're not always going to know. You're not always going to see signs. You're not always going to look back and go, oh, these were the signs. I just missed them. It's not always going to happen. Sometimes it's going to happen out of the clear blue and we don't know why. Sometimes it's impulse.
Yeah.
And like you said, what strikes me is like he said, I don't like the world the way it is, and I can't change it. And like, you know how sometimes you have a day where it's like the weight of the world feels like it's on your shoulders, and you like there's just I'm having a rough day. It's nothing is turning out right. But it seems like he was like putting the actual weight of the entire, like, I have to change the world. Like, buddy, that's not your responsibility. But you know what I mean? Like he felt like that was like,
to get a child that starts a classroom library in 3rd grade, they're what?
Yeah.
They're not even 10.
Right. And like when I was 16,
understand that that's not his responsibility. It wasn't happening.
Right. And like when I was 16, I didn't give a crap about anything. Like I didn't care, but he cared so much that it's like, that's a lot. That's heavy.
I can't tell you how many people came to his funeral and told us how many times he saved their life.
Right.
That they were suicidal. He had someone that he made me go to the school because he went to the principal, he went to the teacher, and he went to the girl's mom, and no one would listen to him. And he's like, Mom, you have to do something. She's suicidal and I don't want her to die. She's still with us.
Wow. So what would be the suggestion if somebody is thinking like I'm around somebody who I think is suicidal? Like what are the steps you take to, you know what I mean? Like other than sitting them down and saying, hey, like what do you do? Like what are the steps to do?
The first steps.
Yeah. What are the
first
first
step
steps?
is ask them.
Okay.
Ask them, are you suicidal or are you thinking about suicide? You're not going to put the idea in their head. It's not going to be like, oh, I never thought of that. I'm going to do that. That's not going to happen.
Okay.
So ask, come to a QPR training.
All right.
QPR is question, persuade, refer. So it's like CPR, but for mental health.
Makes sense.
Learn what to do and how to pass them off to an appropriate resource. So many of us keep that for ourselves, and we want to be the one to help them. We want them to know that we're there for them, but we don't get them to the right resource. Get them to the right resource. And know that not the first resource isn't always the right one. It's okay to say, no, this counselor doesn't work. No, this hospital's not working. We're going to go try something different. We're not going to just stay there and keep trying. And call me. I'll help you. We run suicide cafes 3 times a month where you can just come and talk about anything about suicide. So it could be that you don't understand why someone would die from it. It could be that you're suicidal. It could be that you're an attempt survivor and want to talk. It could be that you lost someone. We run programs like that to help break down the stigma and call them suicide cafes so that we have those words out there. But I do want to make sure to tell you about our fundraiser. Come meet us in person. Ride for Roy, May 18th, is being done because Roy was a veteran who died by suicide in December, and we were on scene. And the family wanted to thank us. So they are actually throwing this benefit. So we are the beneficiaries. All of that money stays local. Trumbull and Mahoning County, we cross the line when we need to help with support. It starts off at the Ice House on Webb Road. It stops at Yellow Dogs Tavern, Jagerbomb's Tavern, Back Road Tavern, Post Office Pub, comes back to the Ice House. Music, food, games. We're going to feed you. There's a bike show. There's a pinstriper.
That's awesome.
Vendors can set up for free if they donate a basket to the raffle. All organizations are welcome to come set up for free and pass out their information and talk to the community. Just call and let me know, or Facebook me. We're tagged everywhere.
What's your phone number?
330-506-1232.
Got it. Okay. For more info,
We'd like to see everybody there. And then Gemma Power, which has been a great sponsor for us, is hosting a golf outing in July at Kensington Golf Club on July 18th. That's somewhere else that you can come see us. And we'll give you information. Come to any of our programming. There's so much programming that we do. We have a training to teach survivors of suicide loss how to share their story, so it's done effectively. You notice that I told you about my son, but I didn't tell you how he died. We don't do that. We talk about that privately, because when someone stands up in front of a large crowd of people and shares those details, we don't know who's in that crowd and how we've activated them, or how we've given them a solution. Maybe they've been thinking about dying by suicide, and now we've told them how it was successful for someone else.
Right. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, what's your website?
Suicidepostvention.org.
Suicidepostvention.
Yep.
.org.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And we do have men in our support groups. So men, come talk to us, right?
Yes, there's 4.
Right now.
Okay. So I mean, and this is, like I said before we started, this is I thought this was a great topic because it is Mental Health Awareness Month, the month of May. I was on your Facebook page. You guys have a lot of good stuff on your Facebook page, and you can visit the website for more information or give you a call. Like we put the number up in the comments. Again, thank you guys for doing what you guys do. I can't imagine what some of people who experience someone taking their own life go through. I can't. The closest thing we have is just somebody dying, and then you deal with the grief of that way. I can't imagine that. And I mean, it's awesome for you guys to go out and help, these people who are left behind. It's something on a very tough subject too. You know what I mean? Where people don't like to open up, don't like to talk about it. It's you guys are doing amazing work there. So,
Right.
We give you guys access to all of our Facebook groups for any other thing you guys want to post. So it's like we have the everything Poland, Canfield, Austin town. I can send you guys links.
When you have events, just share in that community group when you're having it. And go ahead.
Thanks so much.
Anything we can do to help you guys get the word out, let us know, because like I said, this is a huge thing that I think makes a difference.
If I wanted to, on May 18th, you said local businesses can come set up shops. Can I come set up a Isaac Schuster real estate agent and loan officer booth?
Absolutely.
You got to buy a basket though, Isaac.
How much?
No, just donate something.
Okay, yeah.
Stop somewhere and pick up a gift card to a restaurant.
You're not allowed to donate your business card.
I'm not going to donate my business cards. Come on.
He's going to donate his business cards. Go buy a basket.
You know what? You come and donate your business cards, and I'll set up a whipped cream pie thing, and we'll throw whipped cream pies at you, and that'll be your donation.
Oh, you would make
Luke. I'll set the booth up. We raise money. It's $1 a pie, and people get to whip pies at your face. And then I'll set the booth up.
I would do that all day. You might have a line out the door.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
There are people. He's gonna be freaking just like here's a $30 bill. Here's $50. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't need change for that 50.
Yeah,
exactly. So I
thank you for getting the word out for us. We can't do what we do if people don't know we're here.
No problem.
Thing is, everybody share the information.
Absolutely. Well, you guys, good luck on your events. Like I said, we're here to help wherever we can and share. And you guys have a good weekend, everybody. And guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
We'll see you guys.
You behave, Dick. Behave.
Yeah, don't get in trouble.
Don't get kicked off Facebook again.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.
Whew, that is some deep stuff, isn't it? Oh my
that's tough, man. I know me, and if somebody close to me did that, I would 100% blame myself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. There is no ands, ifs, or buts about it. If it was somebody close to me, I would say, I could have done something, and I screwed up.
Your kid. Oh, I could.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that is. But again, I guess it's good. It's good to talk about it.
Yeah, right? Because like they said, you don't want it to create a chain reaction.
But again, it's it is definitely my generation and the before that.
Oh yeah,
we don't talk. I don't talk. stuff.
Oh yeah, you guys bottle it up and think, I don't talk about this stuff because I'm a man. And
I bottle stuff up.
Such BS.
I bottle stuff up until it explodes. That's
Yeah, and I'm just like open book. I'm like totally in touch with my emotion.
Yeah, I just bottle stuff up until I absolutely go nuclear.
Right.
That's just how it is. I don't know. That's different personalities too.
Yeah.
So.
And you know what I've learned, and I actually did it with you, and I didn't even realize that this is what you're supposed to do. Actually, is if somebody like close to you is freaking out on you, like you do with me all the time, you're supposed to say, "Listen, I love you. I'm not your enemy. Why are you right now trying to make me your enemy? We're on the same team." And then that person's like, "You know what?
Next time you do that, I'm gonna say, "Don't try your Jedi."
I have literally done that to you before without even knowing that's what you're supposed to do.
Jedi mind tricks. You like my shirt?
Voltec. Nice.
All right, Isaac, we're back next week for some fun stuff. I cannot wait to watch the news and see you on the news with us helping the Cruise Creek yesterday for our.
Yeah, it was fun, dude. Those bikes are cool. I am. It's supposed to rain the next 5 days, but my father-in-law's birthday is coming up, and I think we're going to take him to that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, because he loves the park, and that you can cover ground in those puppies.
Yeah, you got to go to the other one. So where the path was, the straight path is good, but go rent the ones you can rent them in his other place.
Yeah.
And like go around the actual park.
Yeah. And then, Luke, what I'll do with this Botanic Candle Company, I will record the audio of it and I'll put it in the StreamYard file. Can you take it and put it on the the Facebook page?
Yep.
I'll make a video of the background and all that crap. So
yeah, I could 100%. That'll be great. So all right, I gotta go show people houses all day. I'm gonna be driving.
Wow.
Real estate agent, not just a loan officer. I do both.
Loan officer and real estate agents. We do both now. So call me. I'll be a realtor. Luke can do the financing because he sucks to deal with anyways. So call me. I'll take you to see houses, and then Luke can just stay home and do the financing because,
I put an offer in for people yesterday.
You don't want.
I was a realtor.
You don't want to, fight over us. You can. Which team are you? Whoever wants. You team Luke or team Isaac. The other person will finance you, and one person will show you houses and help you. But if you need anything, call us. That's our day job. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
No music. Bye.
Cold end.